We're doing women's health and hormones tonight. We're going to be doing a little bit of a celebration of just the women's body in general. We actually give ourselves a lot of flack for everything that we go through, but we have incredible bodies. Your body over the course of your life goes through several major changes to where how you functioned when you were small is very, very different from how you function when later in your life. So that's an incredible thing. Your body is so much to the people you care for. Your body offers so much, provides so much, and serves so much for the people in your life. And we just need to remember how incredible the woman's body is, how many different things it does, and then just be nice to ourselves, be nice to our female systems, because I know anything involving a uterus or PMS, it gets a bad rap, but it's a really incredible thing. Okay, so I'm gonna do my little share screen thing. If you have questions, put them in the comments or just bust in and ask me. Okay. All right. Full screen. How do I get rid of that? Can y'all see it okay? Okay. Women's health and hormones. We are going to do a little bit of self-assessment. I find with really just anything, emotional health, spiritual health, physical health, self-assessment is really important, especially when you're trying to stick to natural methods. And so knowing where you are and where you want to be is really important. These questions are just for you. So just kind of give yourself on a scale of 1 to 10, how's your monthly cycle? This is for people who have a monthly cycle and people who are in peri or postmenopause also. So if you don't have a cycle, how are the symptoms of menopause? Are you dealing with low libido? Are you dealing with crabbiness once a month? Is it all the time? Are you having out of control pain, bleeding? Whatever it is, okay? So just kind of give yourself a 1 to 10, and then look at the list here. Are there any areas of hormone balance that are difficult for you? All of these areas of health are directly connected to women's health and hormones. Your reproductive system dictates whether so many of the things in your life go well or go poorly, okay? We're not talking about just relationally either. The rest of your body is balanced with your reproductive system. So even though you may not be having babies, you may not be in that stage of life anymore. I'm not either, but it still is very, very, very important to keep all of this healthy. So some of the things we have here are hyper or hypothyroid issues, adrenal fatigue, difficulty losing weight. That one I know a lot of us are dealing with, mood swings, trouble sleeping, infertility, poor memory, and even type 2 diabetes are all connected to the reproductive system in some way. Your body is an incredible machine. I use this word a lot, homeostasis, but what that means is we're looking for all of the systems of your body to work as one machine. And when one of the systems of your body isn't working as well as it should, the other things have to work harder, and those things go wrong with them as well. Having a healthy hormone balance it absolutely depends on having a healthy circulatory system. Having a healthy circulatory system absolutely depends on having a healthy respiratory system. Okay, so everything depends on each other. And some of the stuff that we are going to be talking about tonight, men do not know what it's like to deal with these things. And so this is just a special class for you. And we're gonna just kind of show you how this whole body works to create homeostasis, okay? Okay, we're gonna start with the endocrine system. The endocrine system is the series of glands, okay, that are all over your body. We're not just talking about the reproductive system, but your reproductive system does have some very important glands also. The endocrine system starts with the hypothalamus. We actually talked about that in our last class, talking about emotions and how everything stays in balance that way. But the hypothalamus takes in signals from our environment, smell, interaction with other humans, things like that. And then it sends a signal to the pituitary gland. The pituitary gland is like the control tower of your endocrine system, your hormone system, okay? And whatever those signals are, it then sends signals to the rest of the glands in your body, and each of those glands produces a different set of hormones, okay? A lot of these hormones and these glands depend on the health of other hormones and glands in the body in order to be able to create what they need to create for you to be healthy. I'll give you a quick example of that. Your cortisol levels and your melatonin levels are very, very important to your overall health, okay? So when one of them is high, the other one can't be produced. It has to be lowered in order for that one to be produced. So when cortisol levels are high, and we'll talk about this a little bit more in a second, you can't make the melatonin that you need to get sufficient sleep and to get sufficient rest. So we have to, let's get control of that cortisol, stress levels and things like that, so that you can actually produce the melatonin within your own body to get that rest. The endocrine system is directly involved in the growth and development, metabolism, nutrient regulation, and overall homeostasis. That's what we're looking for. It's a system of glands that produce and send hormones to targeted organs, tissues, all using the circulatory system. And the reason essential oils work so well for the endocrine system is that essential oils travel in the bloodstream exactly the same way as your hormones do. So they go to the same places, they work the same way. Your body recognizes them because they are fully natural. It recognizes them, they speak the same language as your body, and they use the circulatory system as their super highway. Some recommended products for just overall balance. Obviously, the Lifelong Vitality pack is our basic nutritional supplement pack, foundational nutrition for optimal hormone balance and everything else, right? So we have, in order for you to have a healthy endocrine system, healthy hormones, bring into balance, even just improve your health in general, a couple of things have to happen. You have to sleep. You cannot heal without sleep, okay? You have to drink water. Your circulatory system will not function right if you don't have enough water, okay? And you have to get adequate nutrition. We are not talking about calories here. We're not talking about calories in versus calories out. That is absolutely not important in the long run compared to the way that your body craves nutrition, all right? We do have to deal with decreased metabolism and difficulty losing weight and all of those things that come with the hormones being out of balance or just getting older. Your body definitely, it just occurred to me recently, the reason it gets harder when you get older to lose weight is because your body is a more efficient machine. The last thing your natural body wants is for you to have to go into the resources that you're carrying around, right? It definitely does not want you to burn calories off of the body that it wants to keep alive. It wants to give you those cravings for those nutrients that your body needs to function. The great thing about this particular nutrition pack is that a lot of those things that you are craving, that you are reaching for, you'll keep craving them if you don't get the nutrients that your body needs. If you have sufficient nutrients, you can actually train your brain to to not want those extra things because you're not going to get them anyway with, you know, the high fat, high sugar content things. Break down these three bottles really quick. The alpha CRS is all about the cells, keeping cells healthy, keeping cells intact, and keeping the reproduction system of the cells going at the rate that you need. Your body is constantly reproducing itself in the form of your cells die and they recreate new cells. You cannot make a healthier body without feeding the cells the building blocks that they need to create that healthier body. So you're always building a healthier version of yourself or a sicker version of yourself, okay? Let's build the healthier version. The E omegas is all about the brain. It's the oils, it's the fish oils and the seed oils that you need. It's great for the joints. It's great for inflammation, and it's really great for brain fog, just brain function. So as you get older, that's going to be another really important one to have. If you take a fish oil and you burp fish, that means that your fish oil is rancid. You should never taste fish when you take a fish oil capsule, okay? This one is amazing. I've never burped fish the entire time that I've taken it. I never feel ill. When I was pregnant, I could not take fish oil because it made me immediately vomit. I couldn't take any pills because of that. The doTERRA is so well balanced, and there is exactly the amount that you need to metabolize before you need another one. And so you're not overdosing. You're not super dosing or whatever they call it when you just take so much, hoping that some of it sticks. It's really carefully balanced so that you're not overdoing it, but you are getting the amount that you need. And then the Microplex VMZ, VM stands for vitamins and minerals. And this is just a full grocery cart full of fruits and vegetables. It's incredible. It's exactly what your body needs to build those healthier cells. Okay, take a breath. The liver. You might not think that the liver is part of your emotional system, but it actually is very, very important. All of those hormones that your body is producing and sending all over through your circulatory system, they have to be metabolized through the liver. So if your liver is full of junk, if your liver is not functioning at its best, you're going to have a hard time metabolizing those hormones as well. So we want to keep our liver super healthy. The Zendocrine complex, I'm going to give a quick just what those two different things are. When doTERRA calls something a blend or a soft gel, those are essential oils in a soft gel. That's all that's in there. Okay, so this dark bottle, the detoxification blend or soft gels, that's just a blend of essential oils that's really good for the liver, really good for detoxing and keeping that liver functioning healthy. And it's wonderful to take, especially if you feel like you have a sluggish liver, okay? The Zendocrine complex, anytime you see that word complex, that is not essential oils. That's actually an herbal sidekick to the essential oils. Okay, so that's going to be natural herbal supplement that also works well to support the liver, but they are not at all the same thing. So they're really good to use in tandem. The other thing, obviously, when you are trying to support your liver is get water in your system. You have to flush your system. The liver loves citrus oils. Okay, so citrus oils actually support the function of the liver, actually help it work better. When you're talking about detoxing your body, a lot of people say, I'm doing a detox. The thing that you're taking is not going to detox your body. You have a liver, you have detoxing organs in your body. That's the job of the liver, the kidneys, the skin even, okay? Those things are made to detox. But when you can take something that supports a super healthy liver or kidneys or skin, you're going to help that organ detox more quickly and more efficiently. So that's what we're doing here. We're not talking about lemon oil causing detox or slim and sassy essential oil causing detox, but those are wonderful to add to your water. Just a warning, slim and sassy is an odd combination of oils. It has mint, cinnamon, and citrus in it. So it is a little bit like brushing your teeth right after you drink orange juice. It's strange. Okay, it takes a little bit of getting used to. If you get used to it, it's awesome. If you can't get used to it, it also comes in capsules, which is just the blend of essential oils. That's great for supporting your liver. Great for supporting some other things that we'll actually mention in a minute. So that comes in an oil or a capsule too. But it's odd. It's odd. It definitely took some getting used to. There's even a gum that has slim and sassy in it also. Okay. I know that these slides are not going exactly with your papers that I sent you. I apologize for that. I could not get them to reorder themselves, so I'll work on that for next time. But we're going to talk about our adrenals, our adrenal function. If there were two things that you could really work on, just in dealing with your emotions, dealing with your hormones, your health in general, adrenals would be one of them, and then probably either thyroid or reproductive system would be the other one. Okay, adrenals are so important. If you don't know where your adrenal glands are, they are behind your kidneys. So you actually access them from the back, okay, right behind your stomach, right behind your kidneys. Your adrenal glands are what make the adrenaline and the cortisol that you need those things to function at a healthy rate, okay? So when you wake up in the morning, you're feeling kind of sluggish, but then you think, oh, I forgot I had breakfast with somebody today. And you jump out of bed and all of a sudden your blood's pumping and your heart's pounding and your stomach kind of has that not feeling like, I got to get going. That is a surge of cortisol in your system, and it's really good. Okay, it's a really good thing, especially in the morning. If you are in danger, your body will send you a surge of cortisol to help you get away very, very quickly. But you don't want to have high cortisol levels all the time. It causes excess stress. It's caused by stress, but it can cause more stress. It can cause sleeplessness. And it can cause irritability. There's lots of problems with having too much cortisol. The other problem is that it requires balance in order to for another one of your glands to create the melatonin that you need. So if your cortisol levels are too high, your body will not produce its own melatonin, at least enough that you need. So let's take care of our adrenals. Magnolia oil is very good. Very good. You can apply it. Magnolia oil comes in a roller like this one. Okay, this isn't it, but this is the one I grabbed. You put it right over, just kind of imagine, you know, those dimples on your back, kind of imagine right around there somewhere. Okay, just kind of rub it in back there where your dimples are on your back. Another really good one is elevation oil. Another really good one for adrenals is cheer. You can get cheer in a roller. That's a great combination of oils to support your adrenals. Just healthy, balanced amount of cortisol. And then we have Mito2 Max. Mito2 Max is an energy supplement. It has no stimulants in it, no caffeine. It actually uses either a root. There's two different things that have what's called, what do they call that? They call them adaptogens, okay? So this is an energy booster that does not require a stimulant or caffeine, okay? Because you want to know, like, if it's not caffeine, what is it that's giving me the energy? It actually is derived from either a mushroom or a root. And it's just this substance that works with the mitochondria of your cells, the outside of your cells, and that is where your energy is produced. So it all works naturally with the mitochondria of your cells. It's an incredible product. So caffeine actually blocks it supports the production of cortisol. So if you're already stressed out and you're drinking a bunch of caffeine, it's actually going to hurt you in the long run. It's not going to bring you that balance that you're looking for. But if you can avoid that second cup of caffeine or that afternoon cup of coffee or whatever it is, and use something like Mito2 Max with a natural adaptogen instead, you're going to give your body a break from producing extra cortisol and allow those melatonin levels to come up. It's really important for being able to sleep, and sleep is really important to overall women's health. This class, when I say your body works in balance, your body needs homeostasis, like this class probably exemplifies that the most of any of the other ones. It's, again, your female body is absolutely amazing. Other great oils for supporting the adrenal glands: basil, lemongrass, ylang ylang. Ylang ylang just smells like heaven anyway. Grapefruit. Grapefruit, we're going to talk about a lot tonight. Grapefruit is one that we need to have on our shelf, maybe in several rooms. Grapefruit is absolutely amazing for women's health. And then bergamot. Bergamot's a citrus oil. Don't use it on your skin if you're going to be outside. Same with grapefruit, because it can make your skin more sensitive to sunburn. But definitely, it's great in your water. It's great for the metabolism, both of those, and great for supporting your adrenals. All right, the female reproductive system. My kids blush when they see this pamphlet laying around. They're like, Mom, come on. But we got to talk about it because it's so important. Ovaries, fallopian tubes, uterus, cervix, external genitalia, breast, they all work closely with the other systems, especially that endocrine system. And this is why when we go through our cycle, or when our cycle ends, our endocrine system is very affected by that. Our ovaries secrete estrogen and progesterone, and they are crucial for fertility, but not just fertility, okay? So if you are past the childbearing age, don't think that estrogen and progesterone amounts are insignificant to you. They're very, very important to your emotional and your physical health. Again, here we go again. Nutrition and hydration directly impact the production of these hormones. These two hormones, estrogen and progesterone, they are very, very important. You need both of them. Estrogen gets a bad rap because if you have too much in your system, or if you have a form of false estrogen or foreign estrogen called xenoestrogens, it can cause major problems. It can cause havoc in your body. It can cause cancer. Okay, so you want to be really, really careful about the amount of estrogen that you have in your body. When estrogen is too high, progesterone can't be produced at the level that it needs to be, okay? And progesterone is absolutely vital for conceiving a baby and keeping a pregnancy healthy. So the balance of that is so, so, so important. Interestingly, there is something called, so the xenoestrogen, that prefix there is means foreign, okay? So foreign estrogens are false estrogen that may be in many of the products that we use. So if you are using perfume, if you're using, like Bath and Body Works, fragrance-laden products, if your laundry detergent has a lot of fragrance in it, if you're using like the plug-ins, those fragrance things, candles, All of these things that have fragrances in them, they contain false foreign forms of estrogen. It's not a true estrogen, but we call it like a bully estrogen. So your body needs natural estrogen. How many times do I have to say that word? Your body needs that. But if those foreign estrogens are present in your body, it will block the natural hormone's ability to do what it needs to do. Okay. And then again, if too much estrogen builds up in your body, it really wreaks havoc. When your body has a cycle of creating estrogen and then flushing it through your organs, and then creating it and then removing it and creating and removing it, that's the healthy cycle. When too much builds up in your system because it can't filter through your organs, that's when it gets really scary, okay? And you can't produce the rest of the hormones that you need. I have a solution for this, okay? But this is the main issue that we want to remember here. Okay, so those of us who are going still through the cycle, Clary Calm is an absolute winner, okay? You don't have to be going through your cycle to use it. It's great for hot flashes also. It's great for mood swings. It's great for cramps, heavy periods, and just kind of balancing out those hormones. The way we use it is you swipe it across your belly when you are feeling hormonal. You can actually use it every day to help keep a natural balance and kind of get ahead of it. And then if you're on your cycle, just throw it in your purse. And every time you go to the bathroom, just swipe a little bit on your tummy. It really does wonders with painful cramps, heavy periods, and mood swings. It's wonderful stuff.
I have a comment about Clary Calm. I had stopped my cycles. They had stopped for about 10 months, and you're not considered in menopause until they've stopped for a complete 12 months. Uh-huh. And I had just become introduced to doTERRA. And so I thought, oh, I'm going to get that and I'll try that and see it, I'm getting ready for this menopause thing and all that. And my cycles started again. And I said, no more Clary Calm because I didn't want to have to deal with my cycles. So I haven't used it since because I'm afraid of it.
Yeah. Well, the oils that are in Clary Calm are very closely connected to the reproductive system. So we don't recommend ever using it or Clary Sage, which is like the main oil in Clary Calm, if you are pregnant because of that same thing. You don't want to start the whole process of birth until you're ready. But what's really cool about it is that it's great to have when you're ready to give birth, because it will actually help your body recognize that, hey, it's time to get going. It's not a medication. It's not something that would, falsely start labor, but we do want to be extra, extra careful about that. Okay. But yeah, if you want to use Clary Calm and you don't love the aroma of it, it's something that is very distinctive. It has geranium in it, which is the one that I smell the most. It's very distinctive. When another woman is wearing it, I know. And so it's this cool, like, primal thing where you can kind of recognize that somebody's going through something hormonal. When someone else in my household is using it, I can be a little bit more sensitive to her and appreciative that she's doing the work of rolling the Clary Calm on her body. Okay, so I can, give her a little bit more space. But if it's absolutely something that is off-putting, and honestly, I don't love the scent of it unless I need it. But if it's off-putting to you, put it on the bottoms of your feet. It works just as well on the bottoms of your feet. And then the place on your body that's directly correlated with your reproductive system is the inside ankle bone. So if you roll it on your inside ankle bone, put some socks on, it is just as effective. Very good stuff. Any of the oils that you use for reproductive health or menopause or perimenopause or any of those things, the inside ankle bone is a key place to put those. We've got the queen of oils, rose. Take note, this is in your quiz afterwards. little hint there. Okay, the queen of oils. This one's wonderful for emotional balance and also menstrual discomfort and also immune support and also beautiful skin. Okay, anything basically that a woman wants can be got by rose oil. Okay, it's wonderful stuff. If you ever come across a bottle of, Krista's got it ready to go. If you ever come across a bottle of rose oil from any company, and the price of the rose oil does not make you gasp a little bit, you're not looking at rose oil. Okay, rose is incredibly valuable. It's valuable to your health, and it's also valuable because the rose petals themselves produce very, very little of the microscopic oil pockets that make the rose oil. And so if you find a company that's selling pure rose oil and it's affordable, it's just not pure rose oil. Okay, that's actually a way that I found doTERRA, is because I was looking for a company that had a real price tag on their rose oil, their frankincense, their jasmine, and a couple of other things, helichrysum. Okay, those are all very, very valuable oils, and it kind of helps gauge which companies may be selling something else. Okay, but rose is applied over your heart. It smells wonderful. It doesn't smell like rose fragrance. Okay, so it actually smells like the flower, because it is from the flower. It's great for a libido boost. And it's also just great for confidence. It smells very feminine and beautiful. You can put it on your lower abdomen for menstrual discomfort and to actually help promote regular ovulation. Again, I wouldn't think that it could start ovulation if you're completely done with your period. But if that's a place of struggle with you, that would definitely be a worthwhile investment to just give your body some extra support. All right, phytoestrogen complex. Phyto means plant, okay? What is actually in this complex is not estrogen. It's not adding any estrogen to your body. But what this complex does is it helps recognize those false estrogens and send them on their way. Okay, it's a natural form of estrogen-like therapy. It acts to balance not only a deficiency, but also any excess or harmful estrogen metabolites. So all that estrogen that's been built up because it couldn't do its work because of the foreign estrogen in your body, that needs to be sent on its way. This helps that happen, okay? It minimizes unwanted symptoms associated with the menstrual cycle. And it comes from fermented soy, and also there is a flaxseed extract in there that is really good for recognizing excess metabolites and then moving them on their way. Just as a side note, men can also have a buildup of estrogen that's dangerous to them. And so this is a supplement that men could also take. They're using the same amounts, maybe not the same amounts. They're not using perfume like we are. They're not using lotions like we are. But they are exposed to plenty of it. And so this is not going to add any estrogen to their system. It's actually very good for men to take as well. We're not talking about men tonight, but side note. And then every person on the planet needs bone support. All of the chemicals that we ingest, that we're exposed to, they just strip our bone health. And so our bones are just getting weaker and weaker the more of that junk that we put in our bodies. This is a wonderful supplement. It's actually very affordable. It's about $17 or $18. Men, women, children, growing teenagers, elderly, everyone can benefit from this supplement right here. What's really incredible about this one, not every bone supplement that you're going to get on the shelf is bioavailable. And that word is absolutely important, because if something is not able to be absorbed into your system and used to build your bones back up, then you're just flushing it down the toilet, literally. Okay. So if your body can't recognize it and then absorb it and use it, it's just a waste of money. Unfortunately, a lot of the things on the shelves are completely unabsorbable to the human body. Okay. There are vitamins and minerals in rocks of the earth. There are things that your bones need: calcium, magnesium, manganese. Those things can be found in rocks. And so manufacturers sometimes use rock dust in bone supplements, because that's what they are. It is zinc, it is calcium, it is magnesium, but your body can't recognize it until it is absorbed through a plant material, and then your body recognizes that form of calcium, that form of zinc, as usable. Okay, so this is actually bioavailable. It's great for people with weak bones. If you know somebody, or you have a bone fracture, you're regrowing your bones, or even just growing kids. We all use this. I'm not giving it to them every single day just because I forget, but it's so affordable. It's so affordable. It makes me feel so happy to give this one to them. A great side benefit, and we always talk about side benefits because there are no side effects when you're talking about actual pure things from the earth. But side benefit of this one is that all of those things that are super helpful to building strong bones are also super helpful for getting a good night's sleep. Okay, so some of the things that, and I've got mine right here. Some of the things that are in this: vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, zinc, copper, manganese, also biotin, which is great for healthy skin and nails and hair. Those are all also very helpful for getting a good night's sleep. So we'll take these in the afternoon instead of first thing in the morning, just so we can get the most use out of them. I wasn't sure if I was going to say this or not, but another side benefit for bone nutrients is, there's something going around, and maybe you've heard a list of supplements that are helpful to keeping healthy: vitamin C, vitamin D, calcium, magnesium, and zinc. Those are all in there. Okay, so it's a really, really good supplement. Okay, the pancreas. Do you guys know what the pancreas does? That's where we get our insulin. When we have too much sugar in our blood, our body says, time to make insulin, because keeping sugar in our bloodstream is very dangerous, okay? So it sends a signal to your pancreas. Your pancreas makes insulin, sends it through the bloodstream, collects that sugar, and either flushes it away, puts it in our muscles, or turns into fat, okay? But it can't stay in our bloodstream, where we get very, very sick. We become diabetic, our bodies stop making insulin. It's a dangerous thing. So we gotta keep our pancreas super healthy. Slim and sassy, there it is again. Very good for the pancreas. And then here's a combination of 3 oils that you can add to your water if you're just trying to eat less sugar, because that's even better. That's even better than being able to remove sugar from your bloodstream, maybe avoiding it in the first place. So get a drop of grapefruit, a drop of lemon, a drop of peppermint. I promise it's going to taste exactly like Slim and Sassy. So you could also use Slim and Sassy oil. It's a weird combo, but you may not want to reach for that cookie right after you've had a glass of water with these 3 oils in it. Okay, thyroid health. There are so many people dealing with thyroid issues. So many women dealing with thyroid issues. Do you know where your thyroid is? It's right here, right where we spray our perfume. After decades of putting perfume right on our thyroids are sick, okay? Great thing is this is not a life sentence. You can increase the health of your thyroid by cleaning up your diet, cleaning up the products that you use, switching to natural options, switching to essential oils instead of perfume. Your thyroid is very sensitive to those chemical fragrances. Check your nutrition, your stress level, and your water supply. If you keep supporting your liver, your adrenals, your ovaries, your pancreas, your pineal gland, and your pituitary gland, your thyroid will follow suit, okay? But here's a great roller combination to support a thyroid. I don't recommend this roller combination if you are a beekeeper. Bees love lemongrass. Okay, so if you have bees nearby, wait until the bees are gone and then use this. But 10 drops each. Clove, myrrh, frankincense. Frankincense is another one of those. It's just great in general for your emotional health, for your hormones, and then lemongrass. Put that in a 10 ml roller. If you only have 5 ml rollers, use half, okay? Top it with fractionated coconut oil and then put it on your thyroid area 3 times a day. That's if you know you have an issue. If you suspect you have an issue, you can still use this, okay? I absolutely encourage you to talk to your doctor, get all those tests done. If you're not testing, you're guessing, right? But just because you know you have an issue or you suspect you do, doesn't mean you shouldn't go ahead and support that thyroid anyway, okay? Then your pineal gland. Your pineal gland is actually the one that produces your melatonin. So we want to keep this one healthy too, okay? It regulates the circadian rhythm. Circadian rhythm is the one in your brain that says time to wake up, produce the hormones that help me get going, energize me, and then time to go to sleep. Produce those hormones that help you relax and de-stress and go to sleep. Circadian rhythm is often out of whack because we have lights on in the house. We have things that are stimulating our brain right before we go to sleep. We're on our phones. We're watching TV. We have our days and nights mixed up for any number of reasons, okay? A great way to break that cycle, and this sounds obvious, but maybe it's not obvious, is get up earlier. And I don't mean just get up, but if you walk outside in the very early morning, right when the sun is rising, there is a wavelength of light. And this is scientifically proven. This is so cool. There's a wavelength of light that will, when it hits your eyeball, okay, it sends a signal to your pineal gland to reset the clock. So if you are awake in the early morning, you can actually reset your rhythm to be able to get those hormones back in place and be able to sleep when you're supposed to sleep and be awake when you're supposed to be awake, okay? Serenity and Copaiba soft gels are amazing for support of the pineal gland. Sleep in a dark room, wear an eye mask, practice meditation. I practice meditation of scripture, read the Bible, read anything, honestly, but read the Bible right before bed. I found it super helpful, not to fall asleep, but to get up early, to plug in my phone with my alarm on it, where I have to get up to turn it off. That's a super helpful thing, because it's so easy to just turn it off without realizing you did it. But just put it over there. Walk over there and then give yourself a promise that says, I'm not going back to bed. Once you stand up, it's a little easier. Immortelle is a great one, just in general to help with hormones and also support this gland. And then again, frankincense. Frankincense is the king of oils, rose is the queen. Now here's your entire endocrine system in case you're wondering where these things are that we're talking about. Up at the top, that's where your pituitary gland is. Then down right in front of your throat is your thyroid. Right in the middle there is your pancreas. Okay. Over to the right is where your liver is. So it's kind of at the bottom of your rib cage on the right hand side. So if you're going to support your liver by using oils outside of your body, that's where that is. Your kidneys are on the back, and also near your kidneys is where your adrenals are. And then I think you guys know where your reproductive system is. If you don't know where to start and you're just like, I'm a hot mess, I need help, here's a suggestion for an easy 125 PV in your LRP cart. A great place to start as far as just getting a little balance into your emotional hormonal life. Okay, we've got a roller of Clary Calm, we've got a rose, the phytoestrogen complex, and then the bone nutrient. But honestly, any of these things that you feel like it's time to address, make yourself a list, okay? Make yourself a list. There's a little wish list right there on the back of your pages. Make yourself a list, get a little bit at a time. Start with one thing at a time. Even if you only start in one area, you're going to see some results and you're going to help bring into balance the rest of your system. Okay, so it's one of those things, a little bit of effort actually goes a really long way. So choose just one of these areas. If you're crabby, choose that. If you are in a lot of pain monthly, start with that, okay? Speaking of pain, I didn't mention one of my favorite things to deal with cramps, but it's layering lemongrass and deep blue rub over my back during like monthly back pain. So that's a really good one. But the great thing is if you, there's some strategy that you can use when you're ordering products. I don't recommend that anybody orders thousands of dollars at a time from doTERRA. Just get a little bit at a time. Everything has a point value called PV, and certain point values get you free stuff. And so this one I'm just going to talk about is the 125 PV. If you order it on your loyalty cart before the 15th of the month, you get a free oil every single month. So every single time you do that, you get a free oil, and you don't have to do it every month. So it's just as needed. It was good to see you guys. I hope to see those of you who are not finished with the whole cycle next week. If you want to come, absolutely, you're invited. But I will talk to you guys soon, and I will fill you guys in on all the details of that next class. Bye. Bye.